We stone. We stone. We streaming. We streaming. We stone. We stone. We streaming. We streaming. Came to this motherfucker like yeah. Yeah. All my niggas in the chat and we also hot. It's fun. Stone, 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 stream, stream, stone, stone, stream, stone, 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 stream, stone, stone. All my niggas in the chat and we like hot. It's fun. All my niggas gon' get that shit and roll. We stone, we stone, we streaming and streaming. We stone and streaming. Yeah, getting to the money, gotta get into the bag like yeah, yeah. Roll up, let him motherfucker breathe like yeah. All my niggas in the chat, they hot as fuck. Yeah, getting to the bag, getting to the bag like yeah. All my niggas we stone to streaming. All my niggas we getting to the cheese and all my niggas we ain't gon' stop going to stop breathing. We streaming. We stone. And streaming. We stone. And streaming. We stone. And streaming.
What it motherfucking doobly? It's your boy Right the Same Plan. Sitting here stationary with my seatbelt on.
Looks like someone's already stoned.
Just a tad.
Looks like someone's stoned already.
Shouts out to the chat. What up, Buzz in the basement?
On Duckfoot.
What?
Hey, nigga, that's a new strain baseline on Duckfoot.
Got 3 baseline on Duckfoot and 1 big leaf one. Hey, look, I'm about to tell you. Well, go ahead and introduce yourself, Big Whopperton.
They already know who the fuck I be. They know who I be.
Chotarius Wappington.
The third.
Hey, you know how they got the memes where a nigga faces just pop up like a motherfucker running to the wall, and the eyes and the mouth will pop up, and them niggas would be like, Walbert Williams.
I like the ones that be doing that little Prince song. That should be funny as fuck. What up, people in the chat? Because it is a damn. I appreciate y'all popping in. It was hard for me to pop in because goddamn it, that Baltimore Pittsburgh game is on fire, nigga.
Well, look, I want to address that Duckfoot and 1 broadleaf.
Duckfoot.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That Duckfoot Pheno, man, that's like that's my favorite Pheno at baseline. But it is smaller. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga said I want to address the Duck.
It is a smaller plant.
We gotta address the Duck.
Baseline is one of the only strains that I've ever F2'd. You know, when you think about it, it's the only one. So that shit, I don't know, man. I actually really, really, really love the taste of that motherfucking Duckfoot. Yeah, I like the other one too, but when I F2'd it, that's what I was trying to get was the broadleaf. Cause hey, man, that nigga Cho up ran that shit in the ground. Duckfoot.
Yeah, I'm not.
This nigga only like weed to grow one way.
I'm not a fan of the Duckfoot, buddy. It was like a little baby thrown in the trash. Oh, look at this. Let me pick this baby up from the trash. Do some love.
You crazy, man. Love that motherfucker. Everybody who smoked that bitch love it too.
Hey, they said the same thing about that Onion Mac and the Duckfoot Mac. Man, look, that shit was a waste of time for me to grow specifically. God damn, that was the worst plant to trim ever, nigga. I want
Which one?
That weird looking one, the Duckfoot Mac. Weird shit. Hey, look, I just wanted to press that whole plant, nigga. I ain't gonna trim nothing. Just press everything, dude. Just press it off.
Hey, man. Now that one, you know what?
Ooh,
Like
I
I
had
say
another
all the
one.
time with the Mac, when I let that motherfucker stretch out, like that bitch be a fucking joy to trim. The shit to be the problem is plucking all the leaves when you leave that bitch short and stout, because all that shit is compacting right on top of each other, and that bitch got leaves upon leaves. So that's my little trick.
That was cool. I ain't have to do nothing different. Make the light stretch or nothing. That bitch was great. Took a little time to grow, but it was great. And it had a smell that was like fucking French onion. It looked regular, right? But the smell was like fucking French onion. I really enjoyed it. I wish I would have cloned it, but I didn't. I would have let that shit flower a year, nigga. I mean, grow a year and then flower that bitch.
Hey man, hey look, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. That's right around the time where a motherfucker felt like, shit, S1s, everything is the same in the S1. And a nigga surely found out that's not even the case, because there's nothing oniony about the original version of the Mac that I had, right? But when I started popping beans, man, I did start finding all kind of shit in there, which I thought was actually kind of dope. Only from the aspect of like, damn, Mac does more than just this one thing. And when you look out there, you typically only see, I mean, there's multiple phenos in Mac, but they all have the same Mac flavor and taste, taste, flavor, whatever. Same profile. And it was dope to find shit in there that was not the typical Mac profile.
Yeah, that bitch looked like them little French onion things that you get in the store, the little French onion pieces.
Nigga, you are giving the worst descriptions of my weed today. Hey man, that shit like little French onion pieces. No one wants to smoke that.
I give the.
When I think of French onion, I think of like the breaded fried ones. The little fried strips.
Yeah.
That's what I be thinking about.
Well, I get a worse description of my own weed. I told you I'm horrible at advertising, nigga. Horrible.
It looked like French onion.
I just want to make the donut. I don't want
to. It didn't look like weed. Brown, small, strippy. You ever seen weed in strips? Motherfuckers, I don't mean that. I'm just saying. So make me think of.
That's why I be like, hey nigga, don't get me to explain. I'm the nigga that was called sour meat.
Meat.
I'm trying to roll up this I mean, true to the movement on her. Hey, I forever call these shits true to the movement. Me. I'm not saying he the first person that did it. I'm talking about the first person.
You know, it's funny that nigga don't even call him true to the movement. I think he has some kind of I think it's Trippy Sticks or something. It's either Trippy Sticks or Zippy Sticks. I can't remember. It's probably Trippy because Zippy sounds like something that an old nigga would say. And when I say old, I mean like 79. Oh, I'm smoking on a Zippy stick. Nigga, go zoom.
I have decided for Christmas that I am finna buy what I want for myself. I'm gonna go a little ham. We're gonna get a bunch of new shit. Like,
well, yeah, what that nigga told you, I just looked at that shit in the comments. Spooky Tooth was just saying that shit. Go ahead and buy that Slurricane, man. Stop holding up, man.
I mean, he always tell me that. I got a lot of respect for that guy, because that nigga's like, hey, if I see something I want it, I get it. He ain't cheap. That's the thing, man. I am the cheapest fucking grower there is, man. That's what took so long for my shit to get good, trying to grow with motherfucking candles and shit. Trying to grow with candles and fluorescent lights. You know what I'm saying?
Saying candles. And I'm not even thinking like the nice candles. I'm thinking about the tall wax dinner table.
The plain white ones, nigga. The plain white. Nigga.
Emergency candles.
Exactly. I think that's what they call them, nigga. Emergency candles or some shit like that. Like emergency candles.
Oh shit. I don't know, man. That just sounded crazy. Yeah, man, I got my pen all loaded up, man. I'm gonna wait a second though.
I got my breath. I got it in it. I got it in it. Nigga, you got everything over there, I know. I'm convinced. I'm smoking on Saturn.
Nah, that's just dope, man. And you say he got the baseline, he got the CC, he got everything over there. That's dope. That shit has been dope, man. I've been wanting to shout everybody out, man, because, man, I have been, and Chosen pointed this out. I had already kind of knew it, man, but it's been a lot of different people growing a lot of my shit, man, and getting pictures out and shit like that, so I really do appreciate it.
For sure.
Sci-Fi running that KJ right now.
Kevin Jordan.
Kevin Jordan. AKA 93 Sons. Hey, that shit was so funny, man, because I was like, man, I've never been straight on that. But man, that just let me know that, man, the marketing on that box was fucking amazing. Maybe not explained the best, but I did really enjoy, man, the concept of that whole box.
It was crazy. Dope. A lot of people was calling that shit 93 Sons. Just pick one there, 93 Sons.
Hey, man, and you know, KJ is another one of them strains, man. Either you love it or you fucking absolutely hate it.
Oh, Kevin Jordan, yeah.
You either love it or you hate it, man. I personally, man, shit. Man, I had one. Man, that shit had so many balls on it. That shit was fucking ridiculous, man. You know the machines you put like a quarter in and you get a bouncy ball out of it? That's this shit, man.
What? The fuck?
But, man, I had one film, man, that motherfucker was just amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing. That shit was like nothing else. So, if I was to go back and work some shit, KJ would definitely be one of them. Because I think I would like to minimize or eliminate that one specific female, you know what I'm saying, as much as possible. Maybe it'll still be in there, but let's say it's, you know, 1 out of every 10 or whatever the case may be. That shit was so, like I know you had one over there. And that bitch grew big as fuck, but it's the one that grow the biggest and the strongest that wigging the fuck out. It's crazy. So if you got that motherfucker, good for you, but that shit is not available for sale, man. Inu the Tree says Frosted Gary Coleman going in the flower today. And Buzz in the basement has a great question. Cho Wop, which strain?
I don't know what box he talking about. I think he talking about the 93 Sons box. Hold up.
What are you talking about? Huh? This nigga said something. Then said, hold up. I don't know what he's talking about. So, y'all have to forgive me, I'm high. What strain would both of y'all recommend out of the 93? Out of the 93 Sons box, I'm gonna be honest with you.
But be honest.
All of them was gas, but I would say the one that I would say is either Sir Charles or Old Miller. KJ was good, but once again, that's something I would have to work on. Like, I don't even sell that shit no more.
Long a time no see, Mrs.
The Old Miller, or excuse me, the Dan Marley, that shit's also pretty good. A lot of people like that. It's really the base. It's the S1 of what all the shit is crossed with. So that was the thing about that box. Hey, I'm gonna give you the shit that I use to cross to everything, and I'm gonna give you all the crosses.
So which one should you go? Did you ever tell us that?
I did. I said Sir Charles or Old Miller.
You say
I know you would say the CC.
Was that in that box?
Mm-hmm.
Hands down. Hands down. Not even close. Not even close. Got one of them flowering in the tin right now. Matter of fact, I got one in the 5x5 and one in the 4x4.
And then the Sir Charles, it really depends on what pheno you get, right? Because that motherfucker had a lot of variation. But like, to give you a good example, you could go look at Piff, Sir Charles, and then you can go look at 408 Farms, Sir Charles. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be able to see just by looking at it, it's so much difference in variation.
Which box? You talking about the barbecue box or the arcade box? For mine, if you talking about the barbecue box, dog, you got the St. Louis ribs, nigga. Everybody love that shit. Like for real. It's weird too. Everybody in St. Louis loves that. You know what I'm saying? So that would be I actually had to bring that bitch back. That would be the one I would grow out of that. The arcade box. Probably like Trine or Pac-Man, probably.
Not the Donkey Kong?
I liked that Pac-Man a lot. Yeah, Donkey Kong I really do like, but I liked it all that shit in the arcade box, but that Trine and Pac-Man was hella lemony. That bitch was just man. It reminded me of like some lemon OGs. That bitch was super lemony. It must be that I forgot what's on that one side of it that I used.
Lemon face.
Yeah, lemon pie face. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of shit in that barbecue box that's tough. That orange ribs is nice. That box, I think collectively, that was my best box. The problem is, hey, it was all rigs, so a lot of people don't grow rigs. That box was slamming. For real. I didn't even grow that box that much because that was rigs. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, fuck, I don't feel like buying no pills no more. Pac-Man, Donkey Kong big as fuck. That's like the overall winner out of that box. That shit gonna be big, gonna smoke pretty good, and it's gonna be pretty frosty. The hidden gem in that bitch is Trine, if you ask me. Mike Landon and Wild Tropic Runs. That's the hidden gem in that bitch. What is up, Galaxy? And I forgot to say what's up to my boy that slid in his motherfucking cloudy days. You already know it. We got our Denny's cup today. Yeah, you know.
Ooh,
I want
what up, Dallas?
And get a car machine and have that motherfucker skin. And man, wait till I move, bro. When I buy this house, I'm gonna get niggas a house. It's gonna be some wild shit in that big ass kid. I'm telling you. Like nigga, instead of growing by candlelight, nigga, you should spend some of this money on your growing equipment instead of this other bullshit. That's really what it be.
Man, you will. You will or you won't. I think what you'll do.
Oh, nigga, really, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn.
You're really
breeder. That's it.
I don't think you're gonna have a million spaces. I think you're just gonna have one big ass night space. I think that's gonna be the move. And maybe another little small tent or something like that. Have a little small tent to breed out of. Nice little 2x4. Maybe something.
I kind of want to keep the same thing going on. You got really one more 2x4. Really, I need two because this 2x4 is shot. But two 2x4s would be good. That'll allow me to make 12 strains at a time. And it take a year. Well, for me anyway, it take a year to grow through 17. It take a year. So it'll take me 2 years to go through it. It literally took me this whole year to grow through all that shit I made last year, bro. Hey, you know what, Piff, dude? I tried that, and even though, here's my problem. I'm nowhere near as popular as I once was and as I should be because I never post anymore, right? So you know how the shit go. You got to feed the beast. When I reached out, I got sponsored a long ass time ago. I'm one, man, for real. I'm one of the like first one that I know to get sponsored. And that shit worked out cool. Really, if I was gonna work with anybody, it'd probably be them OptiCats. But when I get my money right, I'm gonna go ahead and step to West Coast Cannabis. And then they give me a deal and a coupon code for y'all. That would be absolute. Get a coupon code for y'all peoples and then give me a discount on the front end when I buy the shit. And then I don't even want nothing, but it'd be cool to be able to say, use coupon code Stoned and Streaming for 50. That'd be cool. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. That shit just sounds good. I'm gonna fuck with him though. I know that nigga remember me. He was a unofficial official member of oh my god, OGF. Towards the end when everything crashed out. With everything and everybody crashed out. Hey man, didn't you have something you wanted to talk about, cuz? I ain't making.
Oh man, I had a good topic for the chat. Man, I had a good topic for the chat. It's a topic.
Yeah.
But it's not made. So I don't know if you want to hit one of them goddamn transitions.
That nigga said, I got a topic, but it's not made. It's made up. Would it be a... No, it wouldn't be that. It'd probably be this.
Topic?
Hey, man, look. I was thinking, matter of fact, we was chopping it up the other day, man. And we was just talking about the different generations of weed smokers. Because, we was, so like, I know for like myself, man, I was smoking Reggie with the Black Seeds, and then Mig came along, and then you started seeing like what they would call like Red Bud and Hydro. Remember when that shit first came around, I was getting quarters for like $50, that shit. And then that shit just took way the fuck off. Then, the sour was already around. I had smoked sour a couple times. Then it was the good purples. Then it was the OGs. Then it was the cookies. Shit like that. Now, when I say Hydro, I think of shit like White Widow, Northern Lights. That's what I think of when I think about hydro weed, right? Now, the thing that you ever said we was talking about is, like, you ever just stop and think, it's niggas who have never gotten weed in a clear plastic baggie that was tied up. It's niggas that have only ever gotten weed in designer packaging. Like, just think about that shit for a minute. Like, it's niggas who have never smoked Reggie or mid-grade weed. Like, when they started smoking, it was only loud weed around. Like, just think about that shit for a minute. And that shit made me think about, like, when I would talk to my uncles or talk to an old nigga when I was younger. And when I say younger, I mean, like, 18, 19, and niggas be like, yeah, man, you spend $10 to get a 3-finger lid. Like, what the fuck is a 3-finger lid? You know what I'm saying? But a nigga had explained it. Hey, man, that's when your baggie, you know what I'm saying, it's filled up 3 fingers. You know what I'm saying? From wall to wall. It was like $10. I'm like, damn, man, I'm smoking Reggie now. I bet that shit was horrible.
Couple things.
But have you ever just thought about that shit?
I don't know if they got bad customer service or not, but what I do know is that small ass company of like 1 or 2 people, so I'd imagine shit be slow. Sapphire is what I would imagine. Yeah, it takes some time. Yeah, bro, but to that, I look at that shit like evolution. That remind me of when I was smoking weed, just like you said. Older motherfuckers was like, that ain't no weed, nigga. Look, this what we used to smoke. Like, when you go back and look at the High Times magazines of weed of the year, but none of us smoking that shit. But to some people, that was like the shit. So I just look at it like I done been in the game long enough to see the shit transition to the point to where, like you said, a lot of these cats that's like 23, yeah, they haven't ever smoked nothing in a tied up bag, or cats like 21, yeah, they ain't smoked up nothing in no tied up bag for real, bro. In New York, a lot of them cats on the coast, bro, the packaging is so elaborate. These niggas have DVD cases, then you crack the case open and fucking then it's I think, dog, no lie, I think the fucking whole CD case, and you open that bitch up, the inside the CD case was a bag that looked like the CD. Then you open that bag up and that's your weed, which is like, that's way too much, bro. Like, you paying, at that point, you paying more for the packaging than you are for the fucking actual weed. And you're gonna collect the actual cases? He should market them like collectible cases. So you should keep. He don't, but he should.
Well, I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that because I think it's technically the same concept as when, we make a box and market the box. Obviously, the weed's still gonna be good inside of the box, but hey, man, it's a box, so it's gotta have some kind of theme. So I get it. Motherfuckers really just be trying to set their shit apart. It's the same shit with just regular packaging. Like, niggas moved away from Mylar bags. Niggas moved away from, just sending the shit in the vial. Because that's what a nigga would used to get. Hey, just a vial of seeds. No bag, nothing. It just, that shit just come in the shit, with a little tag on it. This is what this is, So, but that shit is just crazy. Like, just to think, like, it's niggas who have never got a bag of weed that wasn't in an actual sandwich bag. I don't mean like a Ziploc, snap and seal bag. I don't mean them. I mean like an actual sandwich bag, nigga. The ones that weigh 1 gram. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas who never bought.
And just think, if we live long enough, which ain't that long, next 10 years or so, there's gonna be a lot of cats that ain't even gonna remember weed being illegal, depending on where you live. Like, they're not even gonna. They're like, what? It's gonna be like, how do you sell this and make money? I don't even understand. It's in the store. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the next 10 years, that's how that shit.
How is this shit illegal? How is that shit ever illegal? I can't believe it. Like, that shit. You're right, man. And that brings up another thing. Like, nigga, there's some niggas who have never used a postal scale.
Man, they're my favorite kind, man.
This is niggas who never used a postal scale, man.
They're my favorite.
Everything kind. Digital. Everything digital.
How many niggas know about the handheld weight scales, nigga? But with that being said, when people saying shit like, I can't believe that this shit would be illegal, and I can't believe that y'all, tripping out about this shit. At what time? How much do you think the price of an ounce would be at that point in time?
What do you mean?
When like in 10 years, when motherfuckers is like, I can't believe it was ever illegal. How much do you think an ounce of weed would be in a dispensary then?
Man, it really just depends, man. It really depends, man. I think that shit gonna be like, anywhere between 50 and 80 bucks. Because that's the other thing too. When you got a lot of weed, shit, man, you're gonna have to let the shit go for less. Cause hey, man, you still bought the shit for way lower. Shit, man, I bought a pound for $200, $300, $400. Let's just say even $400. What makes you think niggas ain't gonna be selling $50 ounces and still be making money? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what?
Cause it's much better for them niggas to sell that shit and get something new than to be sitting on that shit. That shit go old.
That's true. But
that brings up the next point of what we was talking about yesterday too. Like, nigga, the money in weed at this point ain't even in weed, man. It's in all the ancillary shit that comes from weed. So edibles, vape pens, fucking concentrates, shit like that. That's where all the money's at right now.
I remember that kind bud. Kind bud was what we used to call really all the weed, pretty much that motherfucker grew into. To me, back then, knowing what I know now, kind bud was just weed that a nigga grew indoors.
And that's what endo is. Indoors. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, all that shit. Shit crazy.
Endo as E-N-D-O. Endo. Not endo as I-N-D-O. It's weird. I think it depends on where you was at too. What you did with that shit or how you took that shit. I think niggas in Cali was definitely thinking endo, like indoor. But if you wasn't in Cali in 98, you didn't even know weed was being grown indoors. You didn't even know anything about weed being grown. If you wasn't in Cali, growing weed was bad. I don't want no weed nobody grew. I don't want that homegrown shit. That's how it was back then if you wasn't in Cali anymore. I think anyway, especially in St. Louis, it was a knock on that. It was a straight knock from that shit. Let's do this. This was your neck of the woods.
Arizona marijuana sales hit the lowest monthly total of 2024 in September as recreational purchases continue to slide.
Hey,
Now,
you said that you think in 10 years the price of an ounce would be $80. You said you think
$50, $50 to $80. It'd be even less because here's the thing, right? I'm gonna tell you why that shit going down. The number one thing you gotta look at is it says recreational. Before we even get into the article, it says recreational. Man, I have told you niggas already, bro. It's like 26, 27% tax when you go as a recreational person. Like getting a medical card at this point, like man, that shit pay for itself after 4 purchases. You go in that motherfucker, spend $200. You know what I'm saying? What's the tax on $200? You know what I'm saying? That shit like $40. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give you some pushback on that. I'm gonna give you some pushback. If you're a cat that's just casually smoking, and I don't know what a motherfucker will call casually smoking, that's a very wide definition depending upon who you ask. Some might say, I don't even go to the dispensary that much, but it even really matter like that because now my area, the medical cards are through the roof because everybody ain't getting them no more. So now the doctors and shit's charging more. So I just rather, pay whatever the fuck it is I pay, right? I think some people think like that, depending upon what you call casual. But I think a regular user, it being like you said, it being a benefit to do like how you said and get your medical card, because if you are a regular customer, it would behoove you to not get one. It would be like if you went to the liquor store every week.
Yeah, man. I mean, once again, man, what up, B Mike? Once again, I personally just disagree. You know what I'm saying? Because like I just said, if you spend, even if you're just a casual smoker, bro, it's easy to go in the dispensary and spend, $100. It's whether it's $99 ounces that you buying, because you got to think, motherfucker, even if you're just a casual smoker, an ounce a month isn't a lot of weed. You know what I'm saying? Now, I would say if you're a very light smoker, maybe you have an eighth a month. You know what I'm saying? But let's just say you're...
That's if you're not smoking. If you're smoking an eighth a month, nigga, you ain't smoking.
I'm just saying you're a light smoker. Like, you might pull out the motherfucking bowl and rip the bowl on the weekend once or twice. And, shit like that. But...
Did you... Man, an eighth a month?
Yeah. We talking about...
What the hell?
Yeah, how much do you think it takes to fill up a bowl? You know what I'm saying?
Depending on how big the bowl is.
Yeah, but I'm just saying your regular bowl, your regular handheld bowl, you know what I'm saying, handheld bowl, that bitch at most probably fit about 0.7 in it. So think about it. If you fill that bitch up once on the weekend, it's 4.
Spot on.
Yeah, it's light smokers out there, bro. And that shit lasts them. They hit the bowl. They hit it once or twice. It might still be weed in there. One bowl might last their ass the whole weekend. So let's just say you got a 0.7. Let's say it's a long ass month, and you got 5 weekends in the month. Well, shit, that's your eighth right there, bro. But in that particular instance, I don't think it makes sense to get a medical card, right? But if you're a heavy smoker, yeah, if you only smoke an eighth a month, I don't really even think the shit make that much sense.
Right.
But I just did the math on it. For every $100, you're gonna pay about $20 in tax. $26 in tax. Excuse me, because it's 26%, I think. Some shit like that. So just imagine if you go on that bitch 4 times and you spend $100. Well, shit, man. That's the cost of the medical card. You better off just getting your medical card, man.
According to your state regulations, guys. Follow all your state and local laws. And
of course. But let's get into it. Arizona marijuana markets saw continued softening in late summer, with September making the lowest combined sales total of 2024, according to preliminary tax collection data. Once again, look what data they used. Tax collection. Now, I didn't read this shit. I didn't read this article, but I just saw the headline. And it's like you can already fucking tell what's going on. They able to decipher, how much, because it's the amount of taxes they taking in. And what they doing, they overtaxing. Nobody wants to pay 26%. So I think what happens is they have clearly separated. They're not talking about the medical side of things. They literally only talking about recreation. And people are either not smoking because, hey, man, this shit is normal. It's normalized at this point. So less people are smoking at this point, right? Or motherfuckers was like, hey, man, I did the math and it makes more sense for me to get a medical card. I'm tired of paying an extra $20 on every 100.
Yeah.
D-Money says he smokes an ounce a week.
Yeah, I know. We was talking about
D-Line says 3 puffs and put that shit out till mañana. Manana.
I was like, you ain't gonna make fun. This is the first time this nigga ain't making fun of him. Okay, you
making fun of who?
Nigga, fuck up a word around you, nigga. It's a song.
Nah, that's just mañana. But I'm high and I'm sitting here looking at that shit and I'm like, manana. Me daddy.
I think if we want to get it accurate, they should measure the weed that is measure the weed that the whole place take in, and then measure everything that went out, not by medical or recreational, but by total volume of weed to see what happens, right? I think another thing too, just like in St. Louis, as soon as the place come online, bam, we online, and most places don't have a dispensary yet. So in that sweetheart period of 6 months while they waiting on a dispensary, when the dispensaries first opened, that first year's a boom, bam, because we finally got one. You done made us wait 6 months, 4 months, whatever. We finally got one. To the people that don't even know no growers, you know what I'm saying? We got one. After that shit loses its luster, after a year, and they start building 1,000,001 of them bitches, of course, the sales gonna plummet, because it's almost like jumping in the game too late, right? All these people come on the scene. Come
near me. Sorry, man. That's all I heard when you said that shit.
And then, you know, it ain't no more money because it's oversaturated. Because everybody says, "Oh man, I can get rich off weed." The closet grower and the motherfucking corporation grower, everybody is saying, I can get rich off weed, right? Not everybody, but you know what I mean. And I think that they just do that shit too late, so the shit gonna keep falling.
That's dope, you know.
All my patience moved away, cause. And then I just started working harder at my job and was like, I fell by the wayside. So now I'm just a regular guy.
And you can see, like Unu say, man, motherfuckers smoking a 7 a day. Now, this is a great fucking topic as well, too, right? Because I'm going to tell you some real shit. How much you smoke a day typically depends on what your smoking medium is. Right? Now, imagine this. Imagine trying to smoke a quarter of an ounce through a bowl or a bong. Now imagine smoking that same amount of weed through backwoods. That ain't shit but 1 or 2 backwoods, maybe 3.
Which are terrible, by the way. God damn, them shits is terrible. Them shits look like, man, I don't give a fuck if you all a perfect backwood. Them shits, motherfucker, look like a nigga just shot a jumper, nigga. When you get down, Hey, when you get down road like a nigga started jumping, okay, let's smoke this wood. You be like, damn, why that motherfucker look like a nigga?
Man. Yeah, we be out here smoking woods, man. Niggas be smoking woods, and man, some niggas will roll up a quarter in the wood. You know
niggas be looking like cowboys in this bitch. I be like, ugh. I hate.
Now here's the thing about a wood, man. The good thing about the wood is you do get the tobacco high with it, right? So if you a nigga who don't smoke cigarettes, you know what I'm saying?
That's what it is, bro. I really do. I think that's what.
That's a huge part of it. If you a nigga who don't smoke cigarettes, or even if you do, like, you definitely get an extra hair rush because of the tobacco, the nicotine, and the actual leaf. So that's why a lot of people do like them. That grab all them leaves and shit like that, man.
I work with a bunch of Jamaicans, and I be taking your swag and using that shit at work. What's going on? Hey, them niggas real Jamaican too. They real Jamaican, and they be having me talking about nigga fucking cooking golden shit. Yeah, I totally off topic.
Man, look, exactly. Cigarettes. It's definitely not how I feel about cigarettes, man. I'll be like, damn, man, them motherfuckers is great. I don't smoke them anymore, but them motherfuckers were awesome.
They were fabulous.
Fucking amazing, man. Especially after like a big ass meal, you get, oh man. Fucking cigarette, put your ass in the mix. Don't nothing get done, and that's the problem with the cigarettes. You know, we make you procrastinate like a motherfucker too, or can, but cigarettes do too. Because guess what, man? Nothing gets done until I have the cigarette.
Look, I'm so old. I'm so fucking old, bro. This shit right here, a little leaf. I was going to the gas station, and a younger cat. You know, we all see that shit in the hood and shit. Dude was like, "Would you go buy me a blunt?" I'm like, "Fuck it, whatever." You know me. What you want?
Yeah.
Grab me a little.
Dad, I'm sorry, bro. Grab you a what?
I can leaf. El Producto, Dutch Master, Vanilla, Dutch Akanax.
Look, man, El Productos, man, that might be one of my favorite blunts of all time. Because it's one of the most underrated blunts. Like, you don't see a lot of niggas smoking Elpos. You really don't. You really don't. Those. I also used to like them Optimos, them green leaf Optimos. Them bitches be fire.
I have got to.
Yeah. Nope. Actually, no, I don't fuck with them brown papers, man. I only like the organics, man.
Oh yeah. Back to the story. Yeah, it was he said a little leaf, and I was like, what the fuck is that? So I just went in like old ass, dumb ass person. Like, yeah, let me get that. He said kind of little leaf, some type of shit. I'm like, yeah, let me get that little leaf, cause it sounded, I felt dumb. You know what I'm saying? And then like, I grabbed that bitch. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? When did they start making this? I'm talking about it looked like the most budget shit ever, right? But and that's just because I'm not used to the brand. It ain't made by like nothing like Swisher, Little Leaf. It's just its own thing. So I was like, what the fuck is this flea market ass shit? This the dude. You know what I'm saying? But, you know,
man, I remember the first Snoop Dogg raps. Y'all remember the first ones that used to come in the clear pack?
Yeah.
I remember them shits.
In the glass too, yeah. And the AC Grenadiers, or we just used to call them motherfuckers green leaves. And if you ain't get that bitch fresh, it's gonna be a long night. Cause when you split the motherfuckers, that bitch just unravel like an onion, nigga. You be like, oh. Hold on, guys, it's gonna be a while. I gotta rebuild this motherfucker before we. My favorite thing to smoke back then was Optimo, the lime green. And if I couldn't find them, then I set up for them AC Grenadiers. But them bitches, if you ain't careful, They Gonna Shred, or the Philly Titans back in the day. Phillies was my all-time favorite back in the day. That's what I used to love. Don't bring me no Swisher. I never smoked Swishers.
You ever? Oh man,
Swishers, man. No. I smoked them before.
I know you did.
I
know you did, man. I used to smoke Phillies, man, because it went regular. So first it was Dutchess, but there was no Dutchess in the South. So then it went Phillies, regular Phillies, strawberry Philly, chocolate Philly. And then it went Swishers. Swisher became the staple because them bitches was sweeter, right? And that's back when they still had the booty on them.
Mine is only
then
one.
It went to Swisher Sweet Kings, the big ones with the leaf on it. And then after that, it was Elbows. Have you ever smoked the El Producto?
I have.
Man, I love it.
Is that a Swisher or a Philly?
Neither.
I can't remember.
It's his own thing. It's just called El Producto.
Somebody had a version of that. I know it was the Philly back then, the Philly Slam, and it was the Philly something else that had the bigger ones. And they had the Swisher Slams and the Swisher bigger ones. And then they had the Titans. And that's when they had all them goddamn strawberries and chocolate and all that shit. But look, Levanito, are you talking about top paper with a little top on them? Because if you are, man, I can never get them hoes to seal at all. I like them types of wraps. Toad, I tried them. They okay. I actually used one of them to make a Canagor. I wrapped one of them with the Canagors. It was had the little Toad thing. When I stopped smoking blunts, y'all, cigarillos wasn't even a thing. Like, I missed the whole cigarillo wave with the blunts. Like, when I stopped smoking blunts and started smoking joints, that's when cigarillos had really like just got hot. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm gonna tell you what was dope about cigarillos, man. You had to actually learn. It was like you had to relearn how to roll, because every cigarillo ain't created equal. Like a 2-gram cigarillo ain't the same as a 0.7 cigarillo. Oh, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm the type of nigga that'll get an 8 and roll 5.7s.
I wouldn't. I came from an era. I came from an era
7.5
Phillies. So our bags of weed back then, which by the way, we wasn't wearing no dime bags back then, to our point that we was talking about earlier with plastic bags. I wasn't wearing no dime bags. I went about a dime. I wasn't wearing shit until I got up to a quarter, actually, to be honest. Like, so we was probably, putting whole grams in blunts, you know what I'm saying, in Phillies. So like when I actually think what a cigarette looked like, I laughed because we was putting way more weed. Like, in my mind, I'm like, man, I can't put enough weed in that little bitty motherfucker. I may as well I can roll more in a joint than I can roll in a motherfucking Swisher.
And that's the thing, because you actually can put more weed in them motherfuckers. It's just like you got to learn how to roll them shit. And not only that, more importantly, man, you got to be willing to put the weed in it. Because, like shit, like I just said, man, I was the type of nigga that literally would buy an eighth and roll up a 0.7. But, hey, man, when we actually got up, you see what kind of joints I be rolling. What kind of blunts I roll? I roll a big ass, fat ass blunt, right? Because shit, if I got the weed, shit, I already know it's completely different. You know what I'm saying? Like,
gotta do
the way the weed gonna hit is gonna be completely different as well too. You know what I'm saying? The more weed that you put in it. But yeah, cigarillos, you definitely have to learn how to re-roll. And shit, man, I know niggas that put a whole motherfucking 2.5 grams in that bitch, and that bitch would be burning just right.
Damn, I envy you, Levanita. I wish a joint would last me 4 or 5 days. I'm just in so deep at this point, bro. You know what I'm saying?
How much do you smoke a week? How much flower you smoke a week?
Probably like about 21 grams or so. Maybe around an ounce.
Yeah, that shit crazy, man, because I be looking at all this weed y'all be smoking, man. I don't smoke it. Seaweed.
But ask me how long. If I press something, ask me how long will a gram of extract last me. You know what I'm saying? Now ask me that conversely. You know what I'm saying? Now that shit.
How long will a gram of extracts last you?
Weeks. Literally. The last time I bought a gram from the dispensary, it lasted me 9 days. Now that was when last time I bought a gram. Now last time I pressed a gram, and that shit's still in there. Like if I don't do the true to the movements, that's how I use a lot of my extracts, doing true to the movements, right? Because I dab and that shit cool, you know what I'm saying? But I like joints, so it's a better delivery system, so it's a twofer. Now, obviously, slathering a joint paper and rosin ain't the same as the actual dab itself. But because I'm not true, I don't use a whole lot. I can smooth that shit over real thin and it lasts a long ass time. So that's usually how I use a lot of my extracts. You know what I'm saying? Sorry to bore you, buddy. Fuck.
No, I didn't you, man.
You
did. It's fucking extracts, man. Nigga high.
Yeah, so I don't do a lot of. I think it depends. I don't think nobody smoke a lot of weed and do a lot of extracts because you do way more extracts than I do. Even right now, with you cutting your shit 70%. 70.
Nah, man. You gotta think, man. I was the nigga who was doing the weed and the extracts. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, really and truthfully, man, I can't remember the last time I smoked flower, bro. That shit had to be a couple months ago. At least maybe 3 or 4.
That would be a real problem for a nigga like me, because, like, you know me, I only go to extracts to stretch my flower because I'm running out. And I'm like, oh shit, let me get some extracts because I'm fucking running out of shit. And by the way, this motherfucking Scrog, which I'll see in the next video, is becoming a goddamn murder scene. It started out so pretty. Gotta keep that shit up, guys. Gotta keep it up. New video coming in like a day. This is a bad idea. It reminded me of why I don't Scrog. Terrible idea.
No, man, it's gonna be all right, man. Cause I actually did some shit that I did Scrog, man. Man, I actually, man, you know, I've been on my other Instagram page, like my personal one out there for a G spray.
Appreciate it, Bill.
And I was just going back looking at the old Fuck Your Guard videos and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And man, that shit was crazy. Just looking at a lot of that shit. Like I remember when I looked at one shit when TAC had posted my the video of the French Cookies Guard.
Yeah.
Like that shit was dope. Man, just going back, looking at a lot of the accomplishments, man, I really be feeling like, damn, man, we did some work in this motherfucking community, bro. Even if that shit didn't reach a lot of people, it was great quality work, man.
I would say you way more so than me. Here's why, because even in the beginning, nigga, because I was growing with shit like candles, right? Yeah, shit can only look so good. I spent a lot of time with shit that did not look good. I was in the building, nigga, but it was barely in the building. You know, you niggas y'all had bigger spaces and y'all grows were a lot better back then in the time. And then we transitioned to like now. Yeah, you do a lot, nigga. You make a whole fucking spray to reverse shit. But niggas,
man, I remember that shit. Hey, because I was also on there. And man, when 420 girl was on the show, she was showing her plants, and she was like, "It's balls everywhere." And then she was like, "Yummy." That was so funny. I was like, "Oh my god!" And you was like, "Man, somebody's gonna clip that." I was just thinking, man, this shit was so funny, man. Man, I be loving Stoner Stream, man. We be having a lot of good ass topics, a lot of great ass shit be happening. Hey, man, I know we got some more topics. What other topics we got, man? Let's run through. these last topics, man.
Oh man, nope, can't do that. Can't do that. Let's go. Hold on. Let's do this. You did it, Big Spray. I don't know what you did, but you did it.
I don't know if he's talking about when he said somebody's gonna clip that when you said that, or if he's just saying we put in some work. I don't know. That should just be dope, man.
Next topic.
Blammo.
Smoking marijuana is now more popular in the U.S. than smoking tobacco cigarettes. Gallup polling data shows.
Who is Gallup? God damn it! And what does he poll?
Let's see here. American adults are more likely to smoke. Oh, my bad. Marijuana than tobacco cigarettes. That's according to a new survey data from Gallup, finding that 15% of U.S. adults reported that they smoke cannabis, which is more than 11%, which told the polling firm that they have smoked any cigarettes in the past week. Well, not statistically different from the average of 14% in 2021 to 2022. Gallup said that the latest 2-year average of U.S. marijuana use polling data, the rise to 15%, is consistent with the upward trend in recent years. Man, what you think about that, man?
Well, Buzz in the basement says, what is his self-life for the reversal spray?
I always tell people 3 to 6 months, but that's because I always want to stay safe. Man, I know someone personally, man, who used the shit damn near a year and a half later. I would never advocate for that. I would tell you to get a new bottle. But that's just my opinion as the maker.
Hey, if y'all been listening to this show, what the fuck I've been talking about? Being cheap. That's what has stopped me in a lot of areas. So, to his point, to follow his directions, he is the manufacturer and the maker of that shit. But me, it's like a fucking personal challenge to see how long I can use it. It's like, this shit been 3 years old. Let's use it and see what happens. So I've used some as old as. Hey, bro. To be honest, how old would you say? Because if we just being completely honest, man, you sent me some new stuff out, but I still had like a bottle or two of the old stuff, and I don't even know if I distinguished the two or what the fuck happened. But hey, last year at this time when I used it, it worked. And I'm probably gonna use that same bottle from last year. It's probably what I do. If I do something different, I'll let y'all know, but that's probably what I'm gonna do. I have full fucking confidence, 100%, right? It's gonna work. Hey guys, I be having confidence, and this nigga be making me. He's like, no, I'm gonna send you. No, wait. I'm like, man, this shit gonna work, bro. Cause look,
yeah, man, but as soon as that shit do not work,
I've never used this shit.
It don't work.
That's why I'm like,
you're gonna have to double back and make a video and say, well, I had to double back and say, well, the nigga told me not to do it, but I did it. You didn't already made a series of videos of using this shit. How the shit didn't work. So it's like, nigga, just get fucking new shit and know that it's gonna work. Nigga, goddamn. What the fuck?
I would say store in the you know how they be saying in the grocery store, store in a cool, dry place, cool, dry, dark place. Ain't that like what they say for every fucking thing? How you store it, nigga, cool, dry, and dark? Like, that's what they say for everything.
I think for a lot of things, yes.
I made, if you go look back on my page, I made an actual whole goddamn twice series of actually how to use it step by step from beginning to end. Right? It ain't no way. If you like, you can literally grab your plant, follow the fucking video, and that's how I made the video. Because it's like, I think it's like 4 parts, but maybe 3. But I made it to where you can actually follow this shit. You doing a Star Wars Chosen one? Yeah, that's really what I want to do because I actually like that shit. Right? I like it a lot. I just don't like. I don't like structure of it, but I don't think I would like the structure of any of that weed during that era like that, right? That's another thing that's kind of funny. I came into the weed growing wise during the cookie era, right? So I like all of my weed to look like that because that's the era of weed that I like straight fell in love with growing. Everything with the little like golf ball structures, the small to mid-size cola at the top. But when cats be like, yo, look at those donkey dicks, you know, hey, I don't like weed like that. That shit just look like, I don't know, I just like, and I don't like the shit that be all foxtail-y looking like little spears and all. I guess exotic or weird looking. I don't like that. I like my shit too. Like that style of weed stuff. That's why, for me, the perfect structure is always that. That's what I always shoot for. Now I know that's not, you shouldn't, so I got shit that don't have that structure, but for me, when niggas be asking me, oh, which one would you grow? That mean a lot to me, the structure, so that's why I point to certain shit when I point to it, because of the structure, right? Like that, I give you an example. That St. Louis Ribs is fire. It ain't a big yielder, though, but hey, it's fire. And to me, it ain't a big yielder. Some people think it's a yield cool. I mean, I think it's that. It doesn't count as a huge yielder, though. Like for real.
Here's the problem I got with that, right? This is the only problem. When people base shit off of just like the structure, I think you miss out on things that you don't potentially like, right? So for instance, what's the latest shit you had, the Sour Times, whatever?
Yeah.
No, you don't like the structure, but hey, you like the tree. You know what I'm saying? A lot. So it's just kind of like, man, like if you grow the shit that you may not like and then try to cross it into the shit that you do like, because man, I think there's gonna be shit that comes in various shapes, sizes. Like for instance, I'm not a big Kim D fan, right? As far as like the way that shit look and grow, but the weed is gas. That's fire. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, when I seen Kim D grown a couple different times, it did have the structure that I like, right? Oh yeah, that Jealousy Times barbecue ribs. Hey yo, that is fire. That was like the first one of that shit. I grew that shit. No, that I told you that whole box is gas, bro. It's just regular, right? And that's the first thing that showed me, hey, regulars never sell as more as Tims. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I still got all my regulars. It's a gang of Tims I still I got.
Hey man, I tell people this shit all the time, man. I would take the downsides of films over the pluses of regulars any day of the week.
Hey, but I will say this. I ain't gonna say it. I can't. No, I won't say that because that's not. I will say this. No, I won't. I was gonna say something that was grossly inaccurate because I'm high and I wasn't thinking about a lot of the shit that I grown. Then when I started thinking, I'm like, yeah, you can't say that. Regulars though, a lot of the ratios be horrible. Not just talking about mine or nobody else's, just in general, right? So I always have to pop more than what I need, and being a nigga that pop a lot and being a dude that's gonna always have too many and have to get rid of shit, it's hard to fuck with regulars because I already am having too many anyway, right? And it's like, damn, I gotta pop extra when I'm popping regulars.
Oh
no.
Now look, that's one thing we gotta talk about before we close out the show. And I don't know shit about it. I don't know if you can do a brief Google search and pull it up. But someone sent me something that showed someone reversing a male plant.
Can you just send it to me?
Man, someone sent that shit to me. It's in my DM somewhere. I think it was Pip.
Wow.
Because that shit's not really interesting to me. You see, like, why would I want to do that?
Well, what did it do?
I don't know. That's why I thought this shit would be interesting because I don't know shit about it. I don't think you know shit about it. I think that's always been one of your complaints is you can't smoke a male. Well, what if now you can smoke a male to know what it's gonna smoke like before you cross it? What if it's wildly? What if it's almost like F1s? So, you know what I'm saying? Who knows if you're gonna get that same version?
Just like with anything else, man, it's like it depends on how deep you want to take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like with breeding, I can understand the person that be like, man, it take a year or it take 5 years to perfect the strain, right? I can understand when they say that. I can also understand the person that be like, shit, I make a strain in a year. I can understand both people. It's just the two people. What it really be is one person is going severely and drastically deeper into breeding than the other person is, right? Even though they're doing the same thing, right? So they both are right. It just depends on who they talking to. How deep into it is that person going into it? Because on the surface level, if that person they talking to ain't going into it too deep, they might look at them motherfuckers the same. But if they talking to a motherfucker, it's like, oh yeah, I know what you mean. And it took me another 3 years because I had to isolate this and get it down to that and do this. Like old boy, shout out to Creator, the wrench and the mechanic. See, when you just mainly fuck with one thing, it's sticking people's heads when they fuck with you. Like I can't think of his shit. I just can remember the wrench and the mechanic, nigga. That's all I remember. I know his shit got something to do with that, and some shit like that, right? So,
yeah. And you know, shit, that's dope. I can't remember the name of it at this moment myself either, but that shit's hella dope because I think it's cool to do shit like that. But at the same time, if all I have, number one, the circle that we deal with is so much smaller, and I think a lot of it has to do with when we actually really got active. At one point, it was actually a free for all, and then by the time we had actually kind of got going, our shit was kind of restricted to the circle that we knew. You know what I'm saying? Due to different policy changes, different websites shutting down, doing shit like that. Like Instagram, a lot of times if your shit is weed related, they won't send that shit to people, you know what I'm saying, who aren't your friends and don't associate with weed, right? And then what you really relying upon is people who like your shit to actually send your shit out to people that they know, because otherwise your shit ain't gonna grow as far as view count and people looking at your shit and the pool of customers, right? So because the pool of customers is smaller, you have to constantly create new things. Now, for me, myself, two things I want to talk about with the spray. The point of my shit is to, one, give you proof of concept with the spray. So show you, hey man, the spray makes seeds. Two, make good seeds, right? That you can do whatever you want, but I stop at F1, and the reason why is because I don't want to lock up the gene pool. I really want you to be able to go through this shit, see a couple different phenols, a lot of different phenols, and pick the one that you actually like. You know what I'm saying? Not only get this particular phenol and cross it to whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I want you to have more of like a white runs, pink runs situation, if that make any sense. And then the last thing that I'm gonna say in regards to the spray, and I think this is super important. I've been meaning to kind of change my labeling and packaging as well as refine my instructions, but I have not gotten around to it. The amount that you spray on your plant, look, the amount that you spray on your plant is based upon the size of your plant. Typically, you only want to spray one drop or one spritz per top.
God damn, one drop?
One spritz per top. Another thing you can do, you can unscrew the lid, take that shit and drop it right on the top of the nose site. But here's the thing, if you have a small plant and you spray that shit 2 times, you're possibly going to burn the fuck out of your plant. If you have a large plant, you can spray that motherfucker every other day. You know what I'm saying? But if you
Now,
have a very small
question.
plant and you spray it every other day, chances are you're gonna burn up your plant.
Would
So
you
I
say
would recommend to
small?
spray that bitch every 4 days. Good, 4 to
Would you
5
say
days.
small or mature? Like meaning like take a plant
Small.
like Mac that just don't get big. It's not getting bigger
No.
than everything else, but that bitch is mature. You know what
No,
I'm
I
saying?
mean small. I mean small. If
Yeah.
you have a large plant that's topped, that bitch is wide as fuck. Like I've seen you grow a wide ass, fucking Mac. That's different because there's a lot of plant mass.
Yes,
You know
mature.
what I'm saying? But
Oh,
if
yeah.
you just sitting there with, at most like 3, maybe 4 tops, and you sitting there spraying the tops 2 times, oh man, you probably gonna have a problem, buddy. So what you gonna want to do is you're gonna want to spray your shit less often as far as day wise, and only go with 1 spray per top, because as you already know, you only need a little bit.
Hey, and that
That's
is
the
my
whole
problem,
point.
guys. Amazingly enough, I don't think I really like cooked the plant like that. I didn't burn the plant, but I done seen some people use this spray and cook their plant, right?
Like
Literally
completely cook it.
they fucking plant. It ain't nothing there but a stem. It ain't nothing there but a fucking stem. So don't cook your plant. Your shit should not be dripping like that. It should be. Just watch. Look, I got a video, dog. I got 2 whole series on how to use this shit. Right, just go to my page and look back on my further videos. It take a little minute. I'm gonna create a playlist for y'all so y'all can find it quickly. Cause it's a good representation. Cause you can see not only how big the plant is, but you can see how wide the plant is. And it's 2 different plants that I did, so you'll get a good example. Cause man, look, it ain't no need to cook your plant, man.
And I would say, to give you like a great example, if you've seen like a plant the 408 Farms got outside, well, you can spray that motherfucker a couple times because look how big it is. You see what I'm saying? But if you got an indoor plant that's like, once again, 2.5 feet tall, and you sitting here spraying it before you go into the flower world, hey man, spray that bitch 1 time per top and spray it every 4 or 5 days as opposed to every other day. If you got a much larger plant, you got to make sure there's going to be a lot more ethylene in the plant, which means you're going to have to block a lot more ethylene. So that's why you would spray it other day. So that's one thing I do want to update on my packaging. But as you know, man, motherfucker life be life, and I ain't got around to it yet.
Now here's the thing. One more thing, too. While we talking about reversing, pollinating. Hey man, did y'all see Mike Tyson get pollinated in the ring like Friday?
Man, I don't even think that shit is funny because we all know that shit was scripted.
That was abuse, man. Nah, I saw the shit. Scripted or not, man. That nigga looked sad at the round.
Bro, guess what? I let a nigga whip me for 20 M's too, bro.
Oh, no. I would too, no doubt. I'm not following Mike Tyson.
And everybody's pointing out no one's seen that same training camp Mike Tyson, which was someone you didn't even see the Mike Tyson and slap Jake Paul. You see what I'm saying? Mike Tyson was biting his gloves because he like, man, don't fuck it up, Mike. Don't fuck it up. You got to do it, Mike. It's $20 million. Don't knock him out, Mike.
That's what you think, but I'm with Enu. That nigga legs that's like that nigga skip leg week, right? That nigga looked like, I'm thinking, and I go the opposite way. I think, man, look, Jake Paul could have fucked him up for real, but guess what? That nigga wouldn't have made it home because Mike Tyson is everybody's hero. He got fucked up in real life.
Bro, man, did you not just see the training camp videos? And we talking about legs? Nah, man, that nigga had plenty of legs. Yeah, no, I think that nigga threw that fight. It was $20 million, bro.
He would have got it if he won or lost. It don't matter. And ain't nobody gonna want to see the fucking rematch based on how horrible that fight was. That shit is not gonna draw the same amount.
I think the contract is very explicit. And it probably says, hey man, if you knock this nigga out, you're only gonna get $1 million. if you seriously injure this nigga, you're not gonna get the same payout.
And we don't even know. It could have said the same. It could have went either way. It could have said, Jake Paul, this is a senior citizen. Do not knock this old ass man out. You do, all shit is off. You know what I'm saying? It could have. We're just speculating either way.
I'm telling you what I saw. Jake Paul could not have made it through one round of that nigga's training camp. What I seen that nigga doing in training camp, that nigga would have destroyed Jake Paul.
Well,
it wouldn't even been funny.
He should have came into it like that. Now that nigga look like an old man that got his ass kicked. What he look like? Look like he had
like a nigga who made 20 M's to me.
Again, not disputing that fact. Again, you say
I gotta get the 20 million for my farm.
You say you think the contract
is not doing so good. The cost of living has went up a lot.
Contract. You said you think the contract to say he can't. Hey, you gotta let Mike nigga do this and that. Hey, Mike, don't knock him out, or you don't get the 20 million.
That's why Jake Paul don't be losing to none of these niggas.
Hey, let me finish. No,
that's why he ain't never been knocked out by all these niggas who got supreme hands.
Because he fighting has been.
Nigga, them niggas is still better than most niggas on their best day.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Again,
Jake Paul ain't like that, man.
Again, he's a
this shit is social media. You tell me all the time that you be tired of seeing all the scripted shit because you be watching it, and you know this shit is scripted.
He would have got 20 million whether he fucking won or lost. Nobody seen goddamn contract that said that. So I'm not gonna let you sit here act like you see the contract. No, go and see the contract, nigga. Just like I said, it could have been the same way with Jake Paul. Hey man, don't knock his old ass out. Just have a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knocked nobody out. That could have been the fucking contract. We don't know. But
yeah, this nigga beat Rashad Evans, right? Who else this nigga beat? Rashad Evans. Who else? This nigga fought a lot of niggas.
A lot of has-beens. He always fighting old motherfuckers. He hasn't fought a real boxer yet, white or black. They all be old. Fuck the fact that they got hands, nigga. They're old. You know what I'm saying?
Nate Robinson.
Exactly. Jake Paul say he didn't want to knock him out. Everybody gonna say that. Both sides is gonna say that. That's my whole point. And that's my point. That's his dad's hero. Inu. That nigga would not have made it out of fucking Texas if he would have knocked him out, nigga. Now I'm not saying, hey, he just gonna knock him out. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying if he did, man, somebody he would have been getting death threats, nigga. For sure. For sure. I want to see Jake Paul actually fight an actual active boxer.
Tyron Woodley. He beat up Tyron Woodley. No, I don't think that. Sorry.
I want to see Jake Paul fight somebody for real. And again, I'm not gonna go by one nigga training camp. It's like look at him in training camp, and then go by one nigga fights and say, look at his fights, because all them bum ass fights people at training camp for me, the nigga ain't had an actual fight. Some of these niggas that was at the fight they ain't even never seen this. Now we're talking about weed. Look, we're talking about weed. Wait, we talking about weed, right? Imagine
Henderson
the amount of
Silva.
People. Exactly, it has been. Imagine the amount of people that never seen Mike Tyson actually fight, and this was their first time seeing him fight. The last fight he had, nigga, they was like 4. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that shit, bro. That's terrible. Just like we was talking about with the weed. That is terrible, dog. This is their first time seeing Mike Tyson. They done heard their daddy talk about Mike Tyson. They done heard this and that, and this what the fuck they seen. Crazy work.
I think that most people in the social media age know and realize, at least this is just my opinion, that this shit is scripted, and all these fights, not because these people are has-beens, but all these fights have been scripted for social media. Like, if you would go back and look at the Pauls and look at their social media content and look at what they actually produced over the years, these dudes have been producing and promoting YouTube channels for years. So to me, this is just the next evolution of the promotion. Like, when you got money, you can buy reality. And I think that's what's been happening. So this whole time he just been continuing the same social media marketing.
I'm not even disputing it, which is why he's fighting the people he's fighting, because they are the ones willing to take the money to do what it takes. That's why he's not fighting. That's why he ain't gonna fight a Triple G. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna ever fight a boxer, nigga, because they gonna be like, man, fuck you, nigga. Yeah, okay. He's gonna continue to have the fights he had. I agree with you. The shit is scripted, especially because, nigga, 58, nigga. Definitely scripting going on. I would have took that shit too. All I said was this: fuck, well, no matter what the script was, Mike got 20 mil. It's just unfortunate that a lot of these cats that's 25, and they ain't even never get to see the actual real Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? And I work with quite a few young cats that be like, man, they look at, that's like looking at Dr. J play on video, and then you watch that nigga play and get dunked on. You know what I'm saying? Even if a motherfucker be like, yeah, dog, that shit was script, nigga. You seen how Dr. J was, nigga, in practice the other day. Man, nigga still gonna be like, yeah, but he fucking got dunked all on the game, nigga. That shit didn't look good. That's all I was saying. It didn't look good. If the plan was to look like an old man getting pummeled, then Operation Succeed. Nigga, it was a success, nigga. That's what I'm saying. I ain't dispute the fact that he got 20 bills, because he definitely got paid. But damn, man, the nigga looked like elder abuse after the third round.
Were you not entertained?
But no, I wasn't. I didn't. One person, and that's the next thing. Netflix wasn't used to handling that much of bandwidth. This shit did that shit on Amazon Prime, nigga. It would have probably not buffered.
Look, man, my whole thing is how would they not be able to handle that much bandwidth, as many users as they have all across the world?
Because
that's the thing.
Because there is broadcasting something live is different than actually broadcasting. Or I just having data and had broadcasting that. It's different. That was actual live events. Shit's different. And I think that's what they found out. And then plus, man, I ain't heard not one person say, yeah, man, that was a good fight. I want to see a part 2 to that. It's like, damn, dog, everybody said the fight was terrible, no matter if you think it was staged, not staged. So it's like, damn, dog.
Well, I think the only reason why it would be a good second fight is if, the script is that, Mike Tyson knock him out next time. But if that's not the script, then I don't think it's going to be a good fight.
Why would that be the script if I'm Jake Paul and I can still make just as much money as Mike Tyson and win? Like,
because that's one thing about the show. You got to give people what they want to see, and people want to see Mike Tyson win. That's all.
I think Mike should started, yeah. And it was some bullshit, big grab both ways. What up, Django? That's what everybody been saying. Man, it was some bullshit. Hey, you know what? Just like the people that's in the chat, would y'all watch this shit again? Now, it was free, so there's that. I don't think nobody would pay for that shit. It being free and you just turn that shit on, I think we all would watch that shit again. It's fucking free. You know what I'm saying? I don't think none of us would be like, oh, I gotta see this shit. I don't think none of us would be like that, but it's free. Now, how many people would have paid for that shit is what I'd like to know. Yeah, Netflix, that shit free. They said, nigga, hey, look, they said Antonio Brown streamed that shit and had 7 million people in his stream watching the shit because it wasn't buffering like Netflix. That's fucking crazy. Crazy work. The fact that can make that much money and be that much of a draw, and real boxing ain't that much of a draw, it's just crazy work. I know if I was a real boxer, I'd be like, man, these fuck niggas can get this money, nigga. I go book a fight, nigga. Don't nobody give a fuck. Who is the heavyweight champion of the world right now, nigga? It's like 3 belts, nigga. Now is the belts even unified? Like, I remember, man, back in the days, like it was just casual knowledge of just who had the belts and shit. Like nowadays, it's like you fucking gotta Google who the goddamn heavyweight champion is. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the problem. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson is way more interesting than Tyson Fury and anyone to the average person. The average person don't give a fuck about Tyson Fury. Now, the fact that he beat the shit out of Deontay Wilder, hey, the fact that he pummeled him, now that that made motherfuckers more interested, but the average person don't know who the fuck Tyson Fury is. I know who he is because I played a boxing game. Shout out to Undisputed. Great game if y'all haven't played it. That's what I fuck with. We might be done with the topics, man. We done took this shit an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Who was what? Tyson Fury, yeah. Big ass strong white guy. That nigga strong. Strong. Yeah, you got Netflix. All you gotta do is turn that shit on. Turn it on. It used to be a commercial in St. Louis anyway. Damn. Fuck Pittsburgh, man. I just like Baltimore. I want to see Baltimore and KC so I can watch KC destroy their ass again. But nah, it was a good game from what I was seeing. Cause I didn't want to watch the game and do the show because that shit I wouldn't have been paying attention and I'd have been like yelling this shit. Oh, whoo. Them two niggas, man, they should have the best chance to beat Kansas City in my opinion. Cause I don't see nobody else. I can't wait till they play Detroit. I don't like Detroit anyway. The Pistons, motherfucking fucking Red
Tigers.
Tigers. I don't like none of their teams, nigga. Detroit might be a wonderful place, but sports wise, man, we they enemy in every goddamn thing, man. Fuck. I'm watching right here. See them get a mud hole stomping them. Hey, shout out to the state of Missouri. We'll be able to motherfucking gamble here in a minute. Man, KJ better worry about KC. He better worry about KC. Cause people that don't like KC would be like, they be, oh man, I see the NFL be letting them win. Whenever you hear that type of shit, we're already over. Oh man. If somebody screenshot this shit right here. All right, just look at this shit, nigga.
What?
Look at the fucking screen. That is so funny. Look at the comment, nigga.
KJ love the D. What? What is that about? I don't understand.
Oh, shit. That nigga said I left the chat and came back. Oh my god. Somebody should screenshot that and send that to KJ. That shit would be so funny. That nigga be like, what? He'll get mad. Hey, look, he wouldn't even understand we talking about Detroit. You know what I'm saying? That's how shit be get turned around. You're like, what? Fuck you knew. What? Why not? All that was KJ love the D. Detroit. Nah, they playing out they mind this year, nigga. Detroit is. I congratulate them for that. They playing out of their mind. I mean, out of their mind. I'm waiting on them to do like Chicago did. When Chicago fans was like how they was. Yeah, they fell back to earth. It's all good. Chicago ain't gonna never be. That whole, hey, look, they're not gonna be shit, nigga. Illinois as a whole, nigga. Michael Jordan was the best thing you niggas had going. He been gone. We passed taxes on house and hunting license free. Wait a minute. So y'all don't got housing taxes no more? Buzz, I know you be in that motherfucker fishing. I be seeing your posts. This nigga Buzz fish so much here fishing your motherfucker creek. Their taxes low. Still can't move to Florida. But man, I'm happy for y'all, man. Cause I think y'all don't got no state tax neither. That's the retirement capital of the world, I think. Maybe not where you at, or maybe where you at. I don't know. But it'd be a lot of old people just living.
Hell yeah, man. Well, man, it's been another great episode. It's about that time, y'all.
Great, guys.
Man, make sure y'all check out chosenschoice.net.
Gracious still here.
Get you some goodies, man.
Boo. That was the 80s. It's still like that. Yeah, we gonna do some shit here coming up soon. Probably next show I'll have like a real big sale or some shit.
Yeah, man. That should be what? Black Friday by then, right?
Nah, probably for a minute, yeah. Cause I'm gonna put. Look, dog. This is what I'm gonna do. All of the new shit that I got, I'm gonna put on there on sale. Like everything gonna be on sale, but the new shit gonna debut on sale for a period of time. For the people on the rewatch that rewatch it, I'm actually doing my job and shit. Here's the reason why I don't be talking about my shit like that, dog. Because me personally, this is anybody, not just, and I've told you this, it be irritating when I be watching somebody and it's like, damn, this motherfucker still talking about this shit. I get it, go here. But that's anybody. But that shit work though. That's how shit work. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit work on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit work on me. But I just don't like doing the shit. That's why you don't never really hear me like, hey guys, go here, okay? You know, which is probably why I don't sell a lot of shit, right? But I don't know, man. That shit made me feel weird. They be telling my shit. Cause I'll turn your shit off if you keep talking about your shit, bro. I get it. But, hey man, you have drilled your shit in my head now. So operation was a success, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Operation was a success. So
hey man, anyway, you know how that shit go, man.
Y'all visit y'all sites, man. Visit the site. See what y'all gotta do. This is all. It's a lot of shopping gonna be done here in a minute. It's Black Friday, so it's always shopping month. Fuck a Black Friday. They just want your money for Christmas. Do some other shit. Man,
hell yeah, man. Gifted 10-pack today at fyzspray.com.
Hey, I might actually have a gift a coupon code to a friend to where you fucking that's another spells loving like a coupon code from chosenschoice.net. You will see your favorite Gromy, which we will be coming up with that. So. Appreciate y'all for us stopping through, man. I've held y'all up the long.
Hey man, do me a favor, man. Head on up there to the coat closet, man. Look down there to the left, man. Right on the other side of the safe, next to the firearm.
Rain. Every time you see the boy, got a brand new strength. And the shit so Waco. Flame. Put your ass in a ditch. Saddam El Hussein. Two things that a nigga know. Pot the beans, let the shit grow. Green light, that mean go. That mean go. Two things that a nigga know. Pot the beans, let the shit grow. Green light, that mean go. That mean go. That mango. Keep the game. Check the lingo. Nigga, how far would the green take you? As far as you go. That mango. Keep the game. cheddar lingo. Nigga, how far would the green take you? As far as you go. It ain't no game, it ain't no game. All of these niggas, they looking for game. Lining they pockets, they flooding they pockets, they lining they pockets with all of this change. Shit ain't no game, shit ain't no game. All of these niggas, they do it for game. But one thing won't change, it will remain the same. None of these niggas will ever reign. All these hundreds in this bitch is gone. Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gone. Hope you brought your umbrella, it's gone. And we gon' cause it's gon' all these hundreds in this bitch is gon' Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gon' hope you brought your umbrella, it's gon' and we gon' cause it's gon' all these hundreds in this bitch is gon' Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gon' hope you brought your umbrella, it's gon' and we gon' cause it's gon'